Hello, everyone, and welcome back. This is part two of The Other Side of the Veil, which is a horror game, Monster of the Week. And yeah, I'm delighted to have you back. Uh, you know my players, so I think we will just jump back. Last time, we introduced our characters. We introduced the hook of what was happening. We have some disappearing, some glowing in the lake. We collected some clues about what's happening and some sort of what needs to be done. Um, Uricia and Elisia, you went to Uricia's heaven to find out a little bit more using magical means. You have been playing with powers probably greater than yourselves. Some consequences have been put in place. Some of them will be carried forward. But last time we left, we were about to see who this child was. As I said, the ritual that Uricia successfully um, cast or conjured took a couple of hours, and it's been taking toll on both of your bodies and minds. Nevertheless, here we are, Uricia. You are like an spectator in Elisia's vision.
Mhm.
You actually see how she is clustered for these shadows. And just before she disappears to her sort of ducked vision, you see this person, this child, is not older than 12 years old. Uh, the clothing, she's all in sort of greens and blues, quite expensive, I would say. There is nothing immediately that gives you away an identity, but you start connecting the dots. How these rituals that you were once part of could be related to this child. But actually, it's the opposite. It's how the ritual might have got involved such kid into this. You quickly realize that whatever fate this child holds is partially because of you. What you do with that information, that's up to you. This child is was not born with telekinetic or telepathic abilities. The child presented them few weeks later after your ritual, or the latest ritual that you were part of. You connect the dots, so probably this entity, creature, or force that you were trying to conjure into this universe, rather than coming as an entity, was manifesting as part of individuals, as if these new abilities were the manifesting of the creature or entity. If we have to put a name on this child, we're gonna call it Charlie, just because that's easy. But actually, it's not someone that you have seen before. So you're not familiar with the child, but that name comes to your mind. And as you get that information, you sort of lose control on the ritual and you go back far more back into Elisia's mind. Elisia, this is your personal territory. Is Uricia welcome?
I think as she's going back into my brain, it's a lot of just and darkness, but like kind of have like a glowing ball of energy just trying to surround Misha and keep her safe and open a way to kind of like pushing all of whatever darkness there is out to the edges and going, it's fine, it's fine. This is a safe place for you. I am letting you into the core of me, but not all of my brain is me.
You quickly go back a few years back to a moment key into Elisia's life. Elisia, tell us what happened that moment when you became the chosen.
It was a normal day, not really paying attention at a school field trip and coffee and a chat with a teacher from another school who had also happened to be there at some sort of like science, like magic science museum. And then I hear screaming and things started coming and attacking people. And in the middle of it, I saw a child that felt familiar with an orb in front of them and glowing sigils kind of appearing. And I remembered that it was prompting that child to go and help defend them and kind of like, you're chosen to help me, defend your classmates. I remember that. It was going to be me once. And I remember just dropping that coffee cup on the ground and running and taking it into myself instead. I was not going to let that happen to a kid. I can't remember anything for the rest of it, but when it was gone, it was empty, and there was just destruction and mess everywhere. People hiding in corners, and a very scared child clinging to my leg.
As you see this scene, you sort of look around this other person in the surroundings. Is that Xander? And you go back as if you were taken from the deep end from a swimming pool, sort of missing or losing your breath, and this force takes you back to reality. You gasp out of like energy. It wasn't air that was missing your lungs. It was energy that was leaving your body. You find yourself in front of Elisia, who's a little bit rough. Some of the glyphs in her face are not fading away. They're still red. They're like burning red. And some of them, you see them as well in your hands. Both of you take, please, 2 harms. And with that, we're gonna give you a break, and we're gonna go to Plorn and Xander. Tell me, what have you been doing this time? You left the pub, and it takes a couple of, like, 45 minutes, an hour, depending on how fast you walk to get to the lake. So if there is anything that you want to put special interest or focus between like the pub, going through the city, like the streets, and to the lake, please let me know. Or we can just jump back into the lake.
Jump into the lake, you say?
That's what Plorn's doing.
I mean, jump to the scene of the lake.
Oh no, Plorn.
You can jump to the lake and have a little of Dawson's Creek.
I don't know. I don't know. Does Xander try and? Is that? I think you. When you see us, we do have gone to like a bakery. have got.
Oh yes.
We've got 11s. But Plorn has also bought baked goods for the other two. I think knowing kind of like, it's the thing where it's like, God bless his heart, where he pays a lot of attention, and sometimes that's not so good. But when it's like, when you're like, oh yeah, your favorite pastry is this, you like it this, you like it, this is how you have your coffee. It's like so much extra information going on in his head. But knowing what the other two would want, yeah, I mean, do you think we make idle chit chat, or do you think we're pretty focused?
I think you. How chatty is Plorn, would you say?
Again, I keep throwing this back to you. How I think Plorn is. He is probably the most outgoing, isolated person you have ever met. Where he will talk and then suddenly just be quiet for. He can be incredibly social and then just very contained. So, if you've kind of given him permission and you've been like, it's almost like. If you set him on like one of his obsessions, he will just talk, but also be very interested in you. And you're like, I think he is generally interested because you're one of his. Really, as you know, he's got 3 friends, and they were all having breakfast. But also, it is very disconcerting that if you try and be like, oh yeah, no, that sounds great. He's like, he's not interested. He's lying to me. He doesn't want to know about deep dark satanic powers. Yeah, but also I appreciate it's very early for you still, and you just, yeah.
Now that we're outside and I've had a small amount of food,
I've bought you an extra apple turnover, which I
yes,
yeah. So
peak. That is the sort of unsung pastry that is apple turnover. But as we're walking around and you're talking to me probably about how apple turnovers were created and invented and all that sort of stuff.
Actually, by Mr. Turnover, I'm surprised as you are.
And I am it to anybody who was looking at us as we're walking and having this conversation. It looks like I'm completely ignoring you because my eyes are everywhere else and constantly surveying what's going on around, looking for. Going off of what the sort of mission transcript was, looking around for people that may look out of place, people that may look a bit lost, always looking to see if there's somewhere where we could potentially get ambushed by someone, because I'm a bit paranoid in that sort of way. Since leaving, I've got in my full gear and I'm wearing like full combat armor, full proper like heavy plate sort of stuff, walking around with my spud launcher on my back and my little knife tucked into my pocket. And I'm walking around and you're talking about apple turnovers and I'm going, yeah, that sounds good. Yep, I like the sound of that. And I'm just looking around everywhere, but I am listening to every single detail that you're saying.
Thank you. If you're making a roll, I will give you help out because. Yeah, okay, I'm running like distraction and just being like, hey, I'm just a kooky guy in a hood. But also being like, cool, that person seems too interested in apple turnovers. No one is interested in that.
I feel like between the two of you, the level of paranoia, the level of being, like overcautious reached the level of paranoia that you thought at some point that the baker was the one abducting the people, until you realize that was a little bit too much of connecting the dots.
He's having an affair. It's a very different case.
Well, I'm using my battlefield awareness move, which is you always know what's happening around you and what to watch out for. Take a +1. I get to take a +1 armor armor bonus. So instead of my armor being a 2, it's a 3 currently.
Nice.
I'm constantly looking around for what's going on around me.
There is no reasons to think about an ambush. But if there is one, you will be ready. Yes.
I am ready. I am prepared.
So as you walk your way out of the city, you see the guards sort of in unusual formations. They are not like in defensive, but they are like position. There is heavy surveillance, let's say, in the gates. So like they don't want to lose any more people, and you can see some. It's not like civilians being armed, but civilians also want to be prepared on some sort of like improvised arm. But yeah, anyways, it's nothing. They don't pay you much attention, although with all your equipment, Xander, you are quite a show. And then we have a really tall fella that thinks is like, I'm not here. Like, yes, you are there, darling. We can't see you. But with that, I think there's a point where there is like the noon upon your heads, and by the time that you get to the lake, you see that the fish market is sort of like somewhere in between the city and the lake. So it's a very it's not per se a building. It's just a bunch of like it's more of an open market kind of thing. There is people coming in and coming out. There is people that is local. There is people that lives in other places. They just come for trade and etc. But you've seen it in the full extent of it, and it could be sometimes as large as the city, because it's called the fish market, but it's just a big place of trade. But this time it's just very tiny, it's just like those small fisheries that literally had nothing to do other than the trade, and if they don't do this, they cannot survive. But yeah, it's very sad to see the state of the market right now. And it's like 10 minutes walk from the fish market to the lake.
Seems like a lot of the people are a little bit scared to come out with all of the disappearances recently. Might be why the market's a bit smaller than usual.
Especially if it's the lake that's taking people. You don't probably want to go out there by yourself, and especially if there's some kind of arcana or oddity going on. Maybe the fish is corrupted. What are you thinking? Because I've got like 18 possibilities going around in my head, and I'm trying to hone it down. There's kelpies, there's water nymphs, there is basically tentacle creatures. It could be anything, or it could just be that a lot of people are going swimming suddenly. Maybe there's been a heat wave that we haven't picked up on. So
that we've slipped through.
Eyes getting bigger, sleeping spells, interesting. Or there was maybe something, again, if it's like a song, it's not just taking children, but sort of like there's pipers that play and people wander off usually into the mountains, but this would be the alternative. Again, and you're going to have to rein me in because I'm just going to spiral.
I mean, I'm going to be honest with you, Plorn, I hadn't actually thought of any magical things that this could be. I'm thinking very much on the practical side, which is people are taking other people.
I think Plorn's looking at you, and you can just see in his face, he's like, I've never considered the possibility. It's not magic. I will never, this is the one thing about the flake, that you see things in the shadows, and, it's fine to be wrong until it's not. Until it really is werewolves and vampires. So what do you think of people just going for a midnight walk to the lake, they're glowing, and then they're just being bandits or traders? What?
Bandits, or maybe there's some sort of secret what is the word I'm looking for? Hideout within the lake, and people are being taken down there, and it looks like they're magically disappearing. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before when it comes to thinking that magic is not involved, and it turns out it is.
But then again, I mean, I was going to accuse the baker of nefarious means, and then you
Yes, but
pointed out
the baker has always been a little bit shifty, so it would not surprise me.
the baker's not, again, like a bit too close. The baker is not taken off the list, but we will a separate issue. Keeper, how big is this lake?
Is probably 3 times the size of the city, so it's huge.
Huge, absolutely. I think we are just sort of like standing on the banks of it, looking out at it, and just like, how far do you think? Do you think it's just if people are walking in, you know, sort of like? Again, if this was D&D, I would say insight, but I think you know me well enough that I am very close to like taking my shoes and my trousers off and seeing how far I can walk out before I do, because. Just as he's just working through, it's like, okay, so there would be a dip, and eventually you'd hit it. So if it's a variety of people, they're not necessarily swimmers. Not everyone is sure. So if they go out, maybe if it's a portal, you have to go out so far. But maybe if it's close, but it's definitely that people have been able to see it at this point. It's glowing from the lake. We need to know how far the glowing out is. Maybe it's gold. Maybe dragon. The dragon. There's a dragon. There's a dragon.
How on earth did we get to dragon? We've gone from portals to glowy things to dragons. This is
Xander. You need to keep up. You need to think of things holistically.
Look, I used to be an avid note taker when it came to these sorts of situations, and then we started working together. I stopped taking notes.
Good, because then if people have got your notes, they know what you're thinking. Never.
No, it's because I couldn't keep up with what you were saying.
Never let them know what you're thinking. That's how they get you. But there is the legend of like a sleeping dragon, and what kind of things does a dragon have? A hoard. What does a hoard usually? Gold. Where's the best place to keep gold? In a lake.
But then you say that the lake only glows at certain times. If there was a hoard underneath, a dragon's hoard underneath the lake, it would be consistently glowing.
You see, as Plorn's belt comes off around his head, as
You're getting naked as we're speaking. Great. That seems to be a thing with 50% of this party.
Me and Ellie grew up together. We worked together. It's well, pauses. Unless you want to go swimming in the lake. I'm sorry.
What about my armor says that I want to get in the lake? I will sink, and I cannot breathe underwater for very long.
My trousers comedically just fall down at this point. Okay, no, but then, I suppose that if it goes wrong, that means you can't come get me. Do you have, like, rope or something? Yes, rope. Do you have something, like, if I get in trouble, you can pull me back in?
Yes, I have some.
You might have, yes.
I have some rope.
Do you mind tying rope around my hips, please?
I'm glad you finished that sentence, and I start tying the rope.
Again, he's just looking at you again with these unnaturally large eyes of his, and then he just, whatever the euphemism there has completely just gone past him. He's just.
I think instead of tying it around your hips, what I've done is I've tied it in more like a lasso, but with a bit of a loose knot on it. I've put it around your head and around your shoulders, and as it's gone under your arm, like that, and then I've tightened it up. So when I pull you out, it's not going to be around your waist thing, because that hurts your back when you get pulled like that. So it's more of a pull from your chest area, which is stronger.
I think that also shows that you think through things more than Plorn does. Plorn, for one now actually naked, you can see on his chest it is just covered in like glyphs, and there, just where his heart is, there's just a glow, as just glowing in and out as it pumps. It does help that sometimes when you do join a little support group, maybe they are interested in stopping whatever is in your chest. And it is very fascinating. And as I pointed out, where Plorn knows when people are lying, but it's also like, hey, if they want to do experiments on me to see if they can avoid this, then that's not too bad. I think Plorn just waves at a dog walker who speeds up. Right, okay. So
Sorry.
Lovely morning. Okay, so what are we thinking?
Do you have to get in naked? Could you not like wear something around that area?
This is my only pair of underwear.
Right, well, can you just go in them then?
Do you have spare underwear?
I always carry spare underwear with me.
I pull on my long johns. Just, well, okay. I'm just worried that the dragon might burn them. Pauses. It's worse if you're not wearing clothes. This is why you're clever. You know, you don't get enough credit, Xand. You're thinking on an extra level.
If there is a dragon down there, I'm not going to get you out quick enough before it munches on you. Plus, if there is a dragon down there, I highly doubt it will be able to breathe fire on you underwater.
Won't it be fun when we find out as I dive into the lake?
The swimming hole was actually... Oh, you've gone in the really awkward bit. Okay.
So, you're going to jump into the lake.
Yes. I would also...
Xander is going to help out.
I'd also like to point out when we have to do a roll, this is the opposite of what I got told to do. This is me intentionally putting myself in danger. Yes.
Slight comedic moment happens. I only have 5 foot worth of rope.
We just see me doggy paddle. That again, like I'm on my stomach. The water is not deep enough, and I'm just like.
Because, you know, carrying 50 foot worth of rope, you know, that's bloody heavy. And I'm already wearing heavy armour. And I've got a grenade launcher on my back, spud launcher on my back.
Why do you have 5 foot? That's not even as tall as you. What use is 5 foot of rope?
Well, it started as 50 foot of rope, but, you know, over the time having to cut it and, you know, I've just never retrieved the other bits or restocked. Sorry. I shout to you as you're swimming out and the rope's just trailing behind you.
Fair enough.
Okay. Okay. What move do you want to do, Plorn?
Can it be... Let's have a look what we got. I guess it is investigate a mystery, as I'm just swimming out to...
And Xander is helping out, right?
I'm trying to. If needed, if it needed or applicable, I'd like to use my tactical genius move, which is when you read a bad situation, you may roll cool instead of plus sharp.
Okay.
Ooh.
We haven't get to that point. Nothing is dodged yet. So yeah, let's go for let's go for the help out. So let's roll that help out, Xander.
What was the roll again for help out? It's just...
Help out is roll plus cool.
So cool. I got a 10, so that's a success.
Yes.
Beautiful.
So on that, Plorn, you have +1. So roll your investigate.
So that, without putting the... I'm trying to find the thing.
Oh, 12.
12?
Yeah, right? Because you got 11 plus 1.
11, 1. Yeah. Okay, 12. Hey!
Right. So that's an advanced success.
I guess it's also a 13 because it's a plus. Actually, that balances out because I'm getting a -1 because I'm not doing what I'm told. I'm also getting a +1 because I'm not doing what I'm told. So it's a 12.
Right. So you jump into the lake and you start submerging, whether with rope or not. You can ask me one question. The situation. What happened here? What sort of creature is it? What can I do? And so on.
I think, yeah, sort of like having swum out a distance and then Xander sees like my legs kick up as I dive down. What can I see? What is there that shouldn't be?
Other than you.
A Plorn should be in every lake.
I'm gonna walk onto like a pier or
yeah, jetty kind of, yeah.
jetty that people would have fished off of or would have used to go sail out onto the lake and stuff. So I'm on the lake, but I'm not in the lake.
Smart. Sort of having a think, as I said, as Plorn sort of disappears into the water, as a kind of just general, like, what do I see? Like, what happened here?
You have this mind of yours, right? And have you watched Hannibal, the series?
Oh.
All these detectives that they jump into the scene and they are living there, right? Like they can see the steps of what happened, similar with Dexter and all of those.
Yeah.
So you can figure out, you put yourself in the position of like the victim, or like let's call it victim, and you see a couple of shadows just walking into the lake, being sort of called by something. As they swim, you swim as well. And you see how these shadows, these people, are sort of welcomed by the figure. This figure is like a giant jellyfish, as far as you can see. And around this jellyfish, there is other little jellyfishes. And one of them passes by you, and more than a jellyfish, it looks like a brain with tentacles. And it sort of touches you and gives you like a quick, electric thing, and you go back to the lake, and you see a faint glow, really, really deep. And you stop there for a second to assess the situation.
As Plorn is like, so like floating through her head, and I'm like, I think this is from Plorn's taking more time thinking about this than is probably smart, as his air is running out. And he's like, interesting, jellyfish. Maybe I'll have to go ask the others if they know anything about that. Like floating
in the
brain
outside, Xander, you're like, it's taking a while. Plorn, what's going on? You are like, let's say, about 30 feet on the water.
How not that I'm going to. How much further down is this glow?
Very, very.
Like right at the bottom of the lake.
So at this point, probably your mind says like, because it's so deep, the thing that is glowing should be huge.
Right. Like sort of Angel and the Devil on the shoulder. Like the devil version of Plorn's like, you okay, you could do this. At which point, like, the head's turned, and the angelic version of Ellie is like, I swear by everything holy, if you get yourself killed, I am going to bring you back from the dead, and I'm going to kill you again. And I was like, well, don't want to upset her. As I start putting myself out of the
But surely you have to do the opposite of what Ellie says. So you need to go get yourself killed.
I mean, I would get a +1 on the roll if I did it, but weirdly, my love for my best friend seems to outweigh my my desire for knowledge. So as I try and Ali, I hope that I can surface from this lake.
I appreciate your optimism as you feel something on your foot. That sort of eerie sensation that something is grabbing you. Xander, this is where your fifth sense kicks and you know that something wrong is going on. As the shadows start casting upon the lake, the glow starts getting brighter and brighter. As
Oopsie doodles.
you can see at this point the shadow of Plorn sort of underneath, because now there is a light under him. So this is where you should usually roll initiative, but we don't have initiative here. But with that, we're gonna run back to Uricia's heaven. Uricia, you have had some time to put yourself together. The same as Elisia. The day is getting to that, like golden hour that you can see through the windows of Uricia's heaven. What are you gonna do now?
You just walked in the way and you took it. You took that on yourself. I mean, I have to commend you, but you really must look after yourself a little bit better. You can't go walking into danger like that. Only someone very stupid would just go, hey ho, let me remove my trousers and jump in a lake. I don't know what I'm talking about, but yeah, I admire you, Elisia, but I worry about you.
By the way, both of you look awful.
By the way, you don't look too hot right now. I feel like honesty is the best thing to do in these situations. I'm sure I look fine, don't I? I look fine, don't I? I look magnificent.
You look stunning, Risha.
Thank you. Yes,
But
good. I thought so.
I feel like you might feel a little fresher if you just go and just pat yourself down a bit. In yourself. I mean, you look gorgeous. I think you look not great for you. You look stunning compared to every other person who exists.
I'm regretting this honesty, but thank you.
Honestly, if I didn't know you as well as I do, I would never even notice. You are always stunning.
And you're very good at digging out of holes. Anyway, so yes, I did also see something other than the event that took place. It means that, well, you're you. A little child, very well dressed. A bit like me, but not quite like me, because a child. And Charlie was his name, I believe. Maybe.
Charlie was his name, eh?
Correct. Yes.
It rings a bell for you, Elisia. Not like a alumni or like a student of yours, but you've heard that name before as probably the brother of someone, and Uricia, you might put everything together as the child of a important person in the city.
I mean, from my perspective, Charlie, as we know him, that is his name, his parents are very well thought of in the city, which explains the good clothing. Now, he may have had a gift bestowed upon him. I don't know if that now means that he's in danger. If it was a gift that he likes, it was me. If he doesn't like it, well, it's clearly the rest of the group. I had no hand in that.
Absolutely.
Can I offer you a tea?
Actually, no, I won't be polite. Yes, please. I am in pain and my hips hurt.
Honesty, you see, very, very good. The keeper, Ali, because it's my haven, it is imbued with healing properties. So, I can heal people and have space for one or two to recuperate. I don't know if during our conversation we've been able to revitalize ourselves, having
Yes.
been in the haven.
Absolutely. So I think that would be a simple use of magic. So you will have to still to roll.
Okay.
So let's do that roll. It shouldn't take much of your time doing that, especially because it's your place.
Use magic. Come on, magic. My
With
roll's
the
been on
rolls.
fire today.
Oh,
Hey,
yes.
it's a 10.
Nice. Great. So on a 10, no issues.
Yeah.
You choose your effect. So you can. So you're gonna heal someone. So both of you can take off one harm. Please. As you, is that champagne based healing?
I mean, yeah, Elisia, of course you've not been to the parties that I've been to, but sometimes if you put in a little, take this, and she'll pick up a little trinket off the table, drop it into the champagne, and all the bubbles begin to fizz around it, which then basically potion of healings this champagne. I know it's a bit gross, but honestly, it works wonders. It's a sort of magic seltzer, that's what I call it, magic seltzer, yeah.
Not sure that's supposed to be downed. Oh,
You feel a little bit better, both of you. And what are you going to do next?
got. We can find a list of fancy people, but we also said we were going to meet the others at your old friend's house.
We did say that. Now, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being absolutely, 1 being not at all, how well do you think they're doing? Do you think they're doing very well, or do you think they're not doing as well as they'd hoped?
32.
Keeper, is the lake on the way to our...
No, at all. But you could maybe roll for investigate a mystery and find out who's these important people.
Yes, I can certainly do that.
Take a direct to it. We could then be looking at it on the way to the lake and just go through names.
Oh, yes. I mean, this city keeps a very good directory of all the nobles. I just flick through, swipe right, is it? I don't know. Could do that.
Can I help by holding the book?
Absolutely. So roll that help out.
So this is Lord Battersby. He's a bit of a dick. This is Lady Susan. Awful.
So you have exposed yourself to some danger. Yeah.
You put those clothes back on.
But you have a +1 Uricia.
Okay. I'll roll it, but then I'll just add 1 to it. So it's 10 + 1, 11.
11. So that is so you have 2 questions.
Okay, about the nobles.
Yes.
Oh, no, about our friends. Okay. Do I know if there's any family resemblance with Charlie and any of the people that we know?
Yes.
Okay.
You see the eyes of this child. It's not elvish per se, but there should be some sort of like exotic lineage for this kid. You quickly try to remember Lord Fane, Lord Luke, Fane, Luke, Lucas, Lord Lucas is just a big trader in the city. Big work on leather. Those eyes and those ears, quite familiar. Yeah.
Well, I don't know if you've ever heard of Lord Leather Lucas, but can you see the eyes? Oh, you remember Charlie, don't you? Do they look quite similar to you? I'll flick to the page with his headshot.
Oh.
Rings a bell, yeah.
Yes. I think I have some of the goods. Like, this is a... yeah. They were doing a debate club. I think I ran into the kid once. Did very well. Did really well.
Oh.
If They're
Oh,
psychic. That explains a lot.
that yes, it was a gift. You see that I gave my dearest Charlie. Elisia, do you think what sort of thing should I be looking for? What do we want to do? I mean, I'm skipping through this book. We're seeing lots of headshots, lots of sort of black and white, kind of topless gentlemen, kind of leaning against walls. What sort of things should we sort of be looking for?
I am heartily distracted by. I thought this was just going to be like, what kind of book is this?
I mean, we're very rich. We pay for this, and someone comes along, takes photographs. We get to try clothes on. Some people, clearly Lord Lucas likes to take them off. Let's have a great time. But, what sort of thing? I'm looking through my friends here. Some of them were part of the ritual. But, Charlie got his powers from. Is there anything else that I should really be focusing in on? I too get distracted by there's a lot of nipples going on with Lord Lucas.
He might be in the book, says the devil on your shoulder. Look for her in the book.
You can always take the whole for another occasion. So you might have the second question. So shall we assume that you're gonna look for Lord Lucas' house?
Where's his address? Is the primary address in the book underneath their name?
Of course it is. We nobles have no bearing on,
No boundary.
safety or anything like that. Yes, of course. In fact, he's just down the road. Come with me.
How convenient.
What a coincidence. As you start making your way out to the place, you also notice, the shadows are casting upon the city from the mountains. So like the big buildings is getting, this past the golden hour. And you walk, people is like already closing the windows of the businesses. Streets are starting to get empty. This sort of like electricity environment before the storm, but now it's how it's usually every evening here in the city. And this faint glow from the west of the city, whatever west is, west of the city, that comes from the lake as you start walking towards the house of this noble. Back in the lake, your fifth sense kicks, Xander. What are you gonna do?
If it's all right, I know this isn't Blades in the Dark, but is it all right to have like a slight flashback to when we were all together, we were getting our gear and things, and I'm going over my bandolier and what sort of shots I can fire out of the grenade launcher. I mean, it's not all about making things go boom. There are some other more utility uses for it, like look at this one, and I pull out the third one from the top. This is what they call a flare. So if I fire that into the air, it will, instead of it hitting something and exploding, it lets out like this brilliant red light. So if we're going to the lake and if we happen to get into any sort of trouble, which I do not see happening at all, I can load that and fire that up. And if you happen to be outside and see a large red light in the sky, that means we're in trouble. Does that sound okay?
Absolutely.
Yeah, and so that's what I do. I go, oh no, this is not good. Shove it in, and I have to get my little, how they do with the muskets back in the early days of guns. I have to sort of push it in a little bit further. I put a little bit of gunpowder in.
3 hours later, the flare shoots into the sky, displaying almost like Batman sign for your team, and Elisia and Uricia, you're like not running, but you're on a pace towards this place, knowing that something's gonna happen tonight and that you better hurry. Suddenly you see the sign. What do you want to do?
Well, I feel a bit torn. I mean, Lord Lucas's is literally right there. However, it looks like Xander is in need of us. Now, it could be something very minor, something very mundane. It also could mean that Plorn's done a Plorn.
Yeah, but Plorn's done a Plorn.
Done a Plorn. He's an adjective now, I think.
So envious of you.
Yeah, Petey's always been like that. I would... Just because I've got it, there's a move called Trust Your Gut when you consult your instincts about what to do next. I just want to like, I don't want to make decisions if there were moves about making decisions. I want the keeper to hopefully tell me the best place to go. So I would like to trust my gut, and then if I do well, our keeper tells us what to do and gives me a +1.
Ooh.
If it's a 7 to 9, I've got the general direction and a +1. And if I miss, the keeper gets to put me in danger, which I think is going to happen anyway and will be fun for all of us.
Trust your gut.
I don't know how I can help you trust your gut, but
I think even if you're just like, darling, just trust your gut.
have a champagne.
Actually, the sun's going down. Rosé. Cocktails.
Could I help out, keeper?
Act under pressure.
Okay. Five. It's my
That's a-
favourite number today.
So that's another fail for Uricia.
Is it, Ali?
You think that the best course of action is for you to go to Lucas and Elisia to go help them. So to separate.
I think we should separate, but you trust your gut.
Success? So, vague direction? And a +1?
Yes. You are a little bit still like strained by all the magic happening in your body and all of this, but the directions were sort of clear. Help this boy not to get like snatched, and then I'll help you further. But you know that Xander don't usually go, we need help.
So, which direction do I go? That way or that way?
You should help the child.
Says the voice from the shadows.
Save the child, save the world.
Uricia appears to be like pushing her hair back, arranging herself to meet Lord the Leather Lucas.
I think I'm going to go... We are so close to Lucas and the kid, and I can try for a really... I know that Plorn, yeah, Petey's plucky, and Xander can hold on for... It'd be easier if we were there, but can hold on for longer than we think could. So
Okay.
if I do the kid and then see what
Okay.
kind of magic I can do just to get myself where I need to be.
I mean, I can teleport as well. We could both teleport together, and it's only over there, so... Okay.
I know, I depend on you.
Right, good. Right, I'm going to just tip-tap on Lord Lucas's door knocker.
As you
Not a euphemism.
know. God, stop him. Come on, please stop my child. And we're gonna go back to the lake.
Okay.
Xander, the distress sign has been shut. Help might be coming or not. What are you gonna do?
Right. I wish I had a slightly longer bit of rope. if I can't jump in, because if I jump in, I'm not getting back out. I don't quite know what to do with myself right now.
You can shoot. You probably can. I'm 30 feet down, so if this thing has got me there, you can definitely see the glow. In the words of the immortal hunter, shoot her! Just shoot into the lake.
don't know if my weapon works underwater. Right.
Magic, come on. Just roll.
Right. I just pull out another one of the grenades and shove it in and sort of push it down a bit. Right, let's see if this works. I'm going to plop into the sort of lean over the edge of the jetty that I'm on, sort of put my head under the water so I can see what's going on with the grenade launcher down, and I can see where Plorn is. And can I see the creature that's got hold of him, or?
At this point, yes, you can. You see the shadow of Plorn being held by like some sort of jellyfishy shape creature. And actually, you can see the figure of like many others, like 5 or 6 coming upon the shore. So in that case, let's kick some ass, please. Roll.
Okay, so I sort of, yes. What do I roll? What is it for?
Roll plus tough.
Plus tough. Okay, so submit. Hey, mixed success.
Nice.
That's a 9, I should say, for podcast listeners. That's a 9.
It's a 9. So you are aiming to the creature, right?
Yes.
So make what's the harm of your weapon?
It is it has in the brackets, which I find quite funny, is 4 harm, far, area, messy, loud, and reload.
Fine. So in that case, I need Plorn to roll under pressure. As you are familiar with this projectile. So it takes a couple of seconds when it passes through you and you're like, fuck, not this one. Passes, hits the creature that is holding you. And
as I roll act under pressure, I can tell you that we have a 9.
Nice. So I'm giving you a choice here. Do you want to get hit by the thing, by the explosion, and the explosion sort of push you a little bit back up? Or do you want not to take damage, but stay where you are?
You can tell me no if this is too meta. Would that mean I would take 4 damage, or will I take lesser damage? Because I'm
lesser damage, yeah.
I think I'm going to, because it's a one shot and also self-inflicted here. I'm willing to take lesser damage just to be. This is kind of what I was expecting Xander to do when he panics. It was like, yeah, he's just going to shoot. So yeah, I'll take the damage and kind of ride the explosion out of the.
That was definitely a one shot.
Hey.
That was a good one.
Both of us are like finger gunning across the lake.
But yeah, I would have purposely tried aiming it not to directly hit Plorn, but knowing that the explosion itself would provide a sort of, especially underwater, would provide more of a pushing mechanism. Try to hit the creature, but try to get underneath the pair of them. Hit a rock or something for it to explode. Yeah. So yes, it might damage Plorn, but it should hopefully propel him upwards.
I imagine that you are aiming, and when you see the other creatures or the other shadows, you're like, oh fuck. So you just change the angle a little bit of the shot and you aim for the center of them, and the shot goes in, it misses the jellyfish creature-ish that is holding Plorn, but then it passes by next to the others, it explodes, hits some of the others, hits the one that is hitting, grabbing Plorn. The bubbles pushes you like probably 15 feet up. You are a little bit disconcerted where it's up, but you are closer to the surface. Thank you. What's next? You see both of you, this gigantic sort of creature coming from the depths, glowing, and a couple of other small ones coming to you, Plorn.
I'm gonna try and make for the shore. Maybe these things can't last on land if I can draw them out. And also, cool, great if I know what's going on. Not so useful. Also, I think I vaguely through the water saw the flare, and I'm like, my friends are coming to help me. They're coming to get me. So I'm not panicking. I'm like, yeah, it's what we do. We come get each other. They'd drop whatever they're doing and they'd come and help because that's what we do. So
in that case, act under pressure.
It's fine.
As the air is also a little bit missing in your lungs.
And while Plorn's doing that, I need to reload this. So I pull myself out of the water and I go right down to the very last sort of grenade that I have on the bandolier. And as I seeing this large creature, as I pull it out, it's got like a blue mixture inside of it, and it just says shrink. And I'm like, I really didn't want to use this one. And I start putting that into. That's me loading a shrink grenade in.
I, having rolled Act Under Pressure, got a 12. Buoyed by the love of my friends who are doing everything they can to help poor little Plornish Maroon.
Friendship.
Yes.
Tell me, how do you make it to the shore?
I think it's so weird that, like, as we sort of flashing back to little Petey and little Ellie at their, like, summer camp, and she taught me how to swim on the lake, and it's been one of those things that I've been like, oh, it's actually weirdly comforting being in water, and that's been like, I mean, Plorn can be quite grubby and but then he's like, if I'm going to wash, I'm going to do it fully and swim. So I've just, again, acting under pressure, and I think for like the first time in days, my mind that's been churning settles and just sort of like goes, you know what to do. Just don't panic. If you panic, you drown. Just go. Aim. They're coming for you, and just like a streak through the water, and just perfectly front. And I think that's the thing. If Xander's like as preparing and sees like Plorn surface, and you're like, oh, he's drowned, and then suddenly his arms come over, and he's going into, he's doing butterfly, and you're like, oh, all right. As we're watching, as I assume these jellyfish, are they chasing me or?
They are not catching you. You are this adrenaline and feel empowered by your allies coming, or the hope of them coming, like Gandalf saying, wait for me at the dawn of the third day. You make it to the shore just to see how Xander is preparing back. Like, oh, here you are back.
I think I kind of like a swimmer do the thing of like hands up, and I'm sort of putting myself on roll and have the knife. And I'm like, jellyfish, glowing jellyfish. Pat, thank you for saving me. We need to get back. The others, I probably should put some clothes on.
That would be a very good idea, and I'm really glad that I don't have to use this. And I sort of tilt the grenade launcher forward, and the shrink grenade comes out. Last time I used one of these, it didn't do all of the shrinking portions correctly, and the thing just sort of went, and it was just a bag of meat instead of being a smaller person. So I'm glad I don't have to use that now.
I mean, if you want to turn that thing into a bag of meat, that's not a bad idea. But you know, God bless him. He's holding the knife out and just like ready to go. Oh, I'll stab it. Yeah.
Get yourself dressed, and the others should be with us at any moment now. I sent the flare up. They should be with us soon.
You watch it as the glow in my chest has got incredibly bright, but then like as the adrenaline's wearing off, it's going back into gentle heartbeat glow. And I'm just like, I owe you one. Thank you. That's
fine. I throw my spare underwear at him. Get changed.
Hooray! This day gets better and better. Free pants. Yeah. It's good. I did a good thing. I did a productive good thing.
Yes, stop standing there being proud about it. Get yourself dressed so we can get away from this before we get dragged in. I'm wearing heavy armor. Not going to work for me.
Okay. Scrabbling for my clothes and, heading off down the... I'm not leaving Xander behind, but I'm hurrying.
I started running. I knew you'd catch up with me because you're a lot taller than I am.
Yeah, so Xander... Well, first of all, people, after seeing the first explosion, are like, fuck this up. They are just packing and running. Some of them, they are just running. Xander, you know, if you want to take some cover or you want to where to sort of best position in the battlefield for this, you will know that. We're gonna run back to Lucas. As you hear what Lucas was shouting, you hear a lot of commotion, and then the doors open, and then you see the child from your vision, more or less like just in front of you, sort of like the eyes are gone, or like not gone, but like it's not himself. Pushes through you, or tries to push through you.
Charlie Lucas, please. Stop moving this instant. That's how you talk to children, isn't it, Elisia? I mean, this is probably your domain, not mine.
Charlie, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sit. Eyes on me. Pay attention. All of that training is just coming in. Trying to see if I get it. Just like the subconsciousness just go. A teacher of authority is talking to me. I will stop.
Yeah.
You see, this is why we're friends. She's very good.
The child is not listening. It's just pushing through you. So physically pushing through.
What can we do to make this work?
And do we have holds, right? So I think Uricia has one hold.
I've got an investigation mystery kind of held, but I don't know.
So you can discern what's happening to the boy.
Yeah, is there something going on with him? Like, is there something... is he moving of his own volition, or is he being driven by an external force?
Is driven by an external force.
Mm-hmm. Is it something that's making him do this?
Feel even more extra strength in his movements.
Okay, so he's not giving us eye contact. He's just moving as if pushed by something. Do we follow?
Is there a way to turn it off in him? To break the connection?
I mean, possibly, but he won't like it.
Don't care.
I don't think Mr. Lucas would like it either, but I mean...
Also don't care.
Right, yes, so we've tried please. Charlie, stay still. I can use hold
The child
person.
is already like...
Oh gosh,
He's away from you.
Right, we're going to have to run.
Oh gosh.
It's running towards the lake, which is a good thing, right? Because
Okay. Well, let's go. I'll come up with something. I'll consider a spell as we're running to try and prevent Charlie Lucas from doing damage to himself.
Try and body this child. With my
you hear the voice again. Save the child. Don't let him get into the lake.
Can I physically just pick him up?
Absolutely.
I think I'm gonna try.
So you think this roll protect someone, I think. That could be, yes.
Cool, that's a tough. I have a -1 to physical stats.
Yeah, you do.
Dude,
Come on, teacher. Come on.
I
Go
picked
on.
up the stuff that involves being very strange. Cool, I can do this.
Just grab him. Just grab him.
Plus, take 1 forward. Wait, What does that mean? 3 plus 1. 3 plus 1.
4.
Wait. 3 plus 1 minus 1 plus 1. Yeah, I profoundly failed, but I did get it through this one. I
Trip the child. If the
Okay.
child's legs are broken, it can't go anywhere. Do
Not
it.
the child, not that child.
that was like so bad.
This is what's gonna happen. So you try to hold the child, and the child just. It's not that you missed it, it's that something sort of puts itself in the middle. And Uricia, you are also pushed
Ooh.
by something else. There is not only Charlie running towards the lake, there is a couple of other people running. Some of them are adults, some of them are other child. They're just not frenetically like zombies just rushing towards, but like they're on a pace towards the lake. All of them have the same sort of like lost look in their faces. Just when you're about to reach Charlie, your hand is pushed away by someone else. Behind you hear Lord Lucas shout, "How could you miss him?" Obviously, he's just angry at you, but the guard is full, passes by you, following Charlie. Remember that was a failure, so mark experience.
I don't know.
What are you gonna do now?
So, if you get us to the lake in direct line, do you think that you could get us there to preempt them?
Yes. Right. I can get us there. Please just take my arm, and I'm going to attempt to teleport us to. We can see the situation, right? We can, in my mind, we're looking kind of down a slight hill towards this lake, which is further down, and I can see the trajectory of where Charlie is running to, followed by all the people. So I will be trying to teleport, dimension door, whatever you want to flavor it as, us two in front of them as they are running down the hill.
I'll lend you whatever magical power you need if just to help boost it.
I would very much appreciate that, because I'm feeling very jostled right now.
All right, so
Quite
you want
frankly.
to teleport not to the lake, but
Oh.
in front of.
Kind of like they're going to the lake.
Yeah.
So we're closer to the lake ahead of them.
Betwixt the lake and them.
Yeah, I think the best would be the fish market, which give you some buffer between the lake, and Xander would have known that that's the best place to locate. So roll that help out.
Give me something good.
Nice.
Wait. Do I still have an ongoing +1 on the way as I +1 forward as I explore the general direction I am going towards this kid? So
Good.
10?
So that's a 10.
Nice.
So that is 10 plus +1 to Uricia.
Okay. So let me add 1 to 5 again. So 6.
That is a fail for magic. So tell me what you want to happen.
I would like us to go to the general area where we were intending. However, we're going to be slightly in the air when we arrive. So we are going to be above like the output for the day, which is a lot of kind of slightly off fish that have been in the sunlight for too long. We're going to land just above that pile and end up with that in
So
our
I
shoes.
think, as you said, you are downhill. You imagine yourself teleporting, but you did it in a straight line rather than in a slope line. How this magic look like?
It starts off looking gorgeous. So we are whisked away in a little tornado that is full of silver strands of magic. For us, it feels like we are walking through like the most beautiful perfume that we've ever smelt. And we get whisked away, but the tornado kind of gets too wild, and our limbs begin to kind of extend out of this whirlwind, and it hurts a little bit, and then we are dumped in a lot of smelly, smelly fish. So we have a bit of an overwhelm as far as senses are concerned.
Xander, Plorn, wherever you are situated, which is the best place to be right now, you see some glyphs happening, like, oh, they finally here. You've seen this sort of like signature magic from Uricia before. But it's weird because it's not on the floor, it's on like the air. And as they appear and they fell on top of like some of the fish that were left in the fish market, we are going to...
I just very quickly turn to Xander and go, I think they would prefer it if we didn't mention that we saw that. So,
I'm trying to work out if that was intentional or not.
So I'm gonna give one harm to any of you. It's your choice who wants to take it.
Oh, I'll take it.
So you-
Also, Ali, I've maxed out my experience, so I have done what it's told me to, and I put a point into weird because all my 5s have been for weird. So hopefully, we'll see what happens.
Yes, absolutely. I love that. I love. Yeah, because weird is the one for magic. Anyway, great. As you feel like all these sort of magic mishappenings are starting to take, a root into you, the party is back together, and tell me what's gonna happen. You see some of the creatures starting like, you see a little bit of a dome kind of thing, just like coming out of the water. Not too big, but then little creatures that resemble a jellyfish, but now out of the water, clearly brains with tentacles. The shadow is now casting most of the city. It's almost nighttime. Tell me.
Yuri, Ellie, it's good to see. It's good to see you both.
slap you, pull it together. Okay, so really quickly, big golden jellyfish thing. It seems to be ripping the brains out of the people from the lake, turning them into some sort of abominations. Look
When
down
did we get to that?
because I'm a genius. Anyway,
Right.
so look down at I've got I don't know if these things have suckers, but very clearly bleeding out of my leg and just
I like it.
Yeah.
Now they do.
Yeah,
Thanks,
just,
Tom. Cheers. Cheers for that, babes. Yeah.
Well, you need to hook on and.
Oh God, no.
Yeah. Anyway, yes. So, the things attacked me. I'm alive. I don't seem to be poisoned, at least. Can we now? We can probably see that there's people coming down the hill as well, right? Are they? Are we? We look at them right. Okay. So that is a small plethora of possible brains.
Yeah.
Lots of people that are about to get sucked off, apparently.
Well, I mean, yes, that's probably the technical term. But yes, Ellie, do you have a question, or are you just having a think?
Oh, you want to just pull PD to me very quick?
Yeah.
Okay. Kids, green and blue, keep him safe and away from the water at most costs.
The green and blue one, right?
Yeah.
The child.
Grenade launcher out.
No.
Child.
We must protect the child.
I pull one of my bandoliers out, one of my grenades out.
Yeah.
I twist it to crack it, and I put it in the grenade, in the launcher, aim it at the child, and fire it. And as it fires, where I've twisted and cracked it, it splits open, and there's like a ethereal magical string that connects the two together, and that will wrap him up. Hopefully, if it hits.
Kick some ass.
I'm trying to. What's that? What are those things called?
I don't know, but the ones for the legs, or
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
that's not.
Yeah,
What is that called?
I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head, but yeah, I'm not looking to hurt him. I'm just looking to capture him. But shall I roll tough? And if I fail, I hit someone else.
Lord Leather Lucas doesn't know what's in for him.
Submit. I got a mixed success with an 8.
Bolas.
Right. So let me see what's gonna happen here. I think it's fair for Charlie to take some harm here. So as he stumble and maybe it's not hard, it's not moving, but yeah, it's a little bit hard.
Could Uricia attempt to protect someone by running up the hill, not athletic at all, and literally throwing her entire body in the way of him getting hurt from falling?
Absolutely, Uricia.
Okay.
I didn't take into account that he was just going to fall straight to the floor.
That is what happens when you trip up people.
Yes, but I didn't take into account that he was running. That's another 5.
I love 5s. 5s are my favourite
That's
number.
more
It's the only number you've been
experience.
running, right? Wow.
I think on the way up, I've actually got one of those dirty, like, gross fish on my foot, and it's attached to the sole of my exquisite boot, and I kind of pull my ass cheek muscle because it slips as I go uphill. So I scream in pain. I do maybe get like my arm underneath him, but like it doesn't save him from any. Yeah.
I love the initiative, but you're close to the child at least. At this point, you can see most of this creature has emerged from the water. The water still glowing as this creature also. This is just a gigantic sort of brain with tentacles. And now that some of the tentacles are out, you can see that they are holding people. And as some of the people are approaching to the shore of the lake, it starts like picking up other individuals. And every time it picks up one, it glows brighter. Some of the creatures are next to you. What do you want to do?
I have a question for the keeper, which is, if the child has been bound up and on the ground, have we fulfilled the condition of don't let the children get in the child get in the lake?
Yes, you have.
Thank you. Can I please have my key fact, clue, or technique that will help me stop this monster?
So you hear from the voice in your hand. Charlie is not exactly safe, but I'm gonna take it as right now. Just don't get sucked off by the creature. Just kill the things. Just kill the small ones. And if possible, don't jump into the water. I repeat, don't jump into the water.
I was going to say the other one. Okay, so focus on the small ones. Don't go for the big one. It's not worth it. If you kill the small ones, it'll retreat on its own. Don't go in the water. I look at PT. Again.
Hey, I sped things up.
Yeah, not great. And I would like to do my final move, which is the big entrance, and I would like to find somewhere that both all of the people and all of the monsters can see me, and hopefully just make a really cool speech that everyone just stops and pays attention to me, so that my allies can maybe pick everyone else off.
So what's gonna happen is you see a couple of boxes like piled up that you can either use as a platform or to jump into some position if you want. What you can do is, yes, use your allies, but also the guard that is like looking after Charlie are almost there. So they are just a couple of feet away. What you want them to do is that follow the people, attack the creatures. What's the procedure here?
It just says on a 10+, everyone stops to watch and listen until I finish my opening speech, which hopefully means theoretically that all of our allies have the time to get into really good attack/defense positions. On a 7 to 9, I pick one person or monster to stop, watch, and listen until I finish talking, and on a miss, I am marked as the biggest threat by all of the enemies.
Love it. Roll that die.
I keep picking ones which are bad for me. I don't want to see.
Oh, that is very, very nice. On a 12, how do you want to do this entrance?
I'm tired. I am covered in fish guts. And yet, you know when you have a naughty classroom, but it's a naughty classroom because they are also tired and stressed, but they still respect that teacher. And you come in going, I know that you can be better than this. I'm not mad. I'm disappointed. And that's what I'm going to pull on everything. I'm not mad. I am too tired to be mad. I am just profoundly disappointed that this is happening, and I will tell you in detail for as long as I can possibly can until I get everyone else in good positions why I am very upset with their behavior.
This behavior is unacceptable. So
You couldn't have given me one day.
okay, so how long is that is questionable. The others, you have a chance to act on it. There is 8 small creatures around you, or like coming towards that side.
I think going for the big thing might be the best thing to do, because it hopefully, going by my battlefield technical mind, it is in control of the other ones. Hopefully,
Hive mind, like a bee, or I don't think jellyfish have hives, but yeah, no, good idea. Do you have a plan? Because I could try something. It might go wrong. It might turn me into something else. So if this does go wrong, you can.
Yes, I have a plan. I load the grenade launcher up with an explosive round, point it at the thing, and shoot.
If you want, then Xander, that sounds like read a bad situation.
That does sound like read a bad situation. Yes. My tactical genius. When you read a bad situation, you may roll cool instead of plus sharp. So I will do that. Plus cool. That's an 11 for a success.
Read a bad situation. So you know that you have 3 questions.
Any questions I want to do with this current situation?
Yes. So we have a set of, but it's basically So, what's my best way in? What's the best way out? Are there any dangers around? What's the biggest threat? What's most vulnerable to me? What's the best way to protect the victims?
Okay. Yeah, just opened that up. So, I would like to ask, what's my best way out of this situation? Are there any dangers we haven't noticed? And also, what's the best way to protect the victims? So the people that are running and being picked up currently.
Well, so the biggest threat right now sorry, what were the questions? The way out. So the way out, use the guards to sort of flank the situation. So they are gaining terrain by the minute. So they are not very aggressive against the creatures. They are not there, but they are holding the positions like a phalanx kind of thing. So just steady moves, holding the pace and trying to stop as many people as they can. But many have reached the shore and they have been picked by the big brain. What was the second one?
The second one was, are there any dangers that I haven't noticed? Or that we haven't noticed as a group?
Now the creature there is like slowly moving toward you.
That's not good. And then the final one was, what's the best way to protect the victims? I'm guessing that's going to be the guards, using the guards to stop people from running through.
Yeah. So use them not to attack, but to contain the situation.
I'll just shout down to the guards, right, you need to get those people out of here. Stop them from getting towards the lake. The ones who have already gone past, you're going to have to leave them. We'll try and save them. Oh, bugger, that thing's getting closer to us.
So that was one action. Plorn, what's happening there?
Plorn having said, if this goes wrong, this might change me. Basically, I'm going to try, if you will allow me, that if we can adapt this into big magic, that Plorn is sort of like going into like his demonic thing and like going, I want to open a portal. It's like a banishment thing and just send it out. This could bring something else through, or it could turn Plorn into something else. But he's like, hey, I'm being a hero. I'm also not looking at my best friend now, who's a proper hero. She's the chosen. I'm just a guy. I'm just a normal guy.
Roll for it.
I'll roll. I'm going to roll use magic, but we're counting this as, big success, big failure. Here we blooming well go.
Oh, no.
It's a 6.
Thank you very much.
I want to give you the puppetry. Go on, Ali.
Good. Happen. So your intention was to call upon help from other places.
Yes.
So as you sort of focus yourself and everybody starts like seeing something, a glow coming from your body, glyphs. Is there any sort of glyphs that you usually use, or is like very improvised kind of things? More like
I think this is the thing that so much effort was made by the support group to kind of harness and control this. And as we're watching, as like the glow in my chest goes up, and hey, the shirt ignites demonically, and the skin burns off, and he's just summoning, and there's the sound, there's screaming, there's sound of like the smell of fish goes away as the smell of sulfur, and he's just focusing and glowing voices. It's just like stupid choice, Plorn. You've lasted this long and now you're doing this.
Something happens here as you start like sort of the skin start like shredding. A couple of wings spread from your back, and almost like a zipper from your back unzips from the neck to the lower back, and sort of a demon comes out of you, and then another one and another one, 3 total of them. You are on the floor, sort of like dealing with the situation. I would say take 1 harm for such stuff.
I mean, fair. I also don't want to put this around my neck, but how much damage did I take from being shot earlier?
It's fine. And then these creatures, I'm gonna say one of them is going to attack the guards. One of them is uncertain of what's going on. Another one is going to attack the jellyfish. So let's count from the 8 jellyfish. 2 will be entertained. That leaves you with potentially a demon and another 6 jellyfishes, and the guards being protecting the guys now against a demon. The speech finishes. We all go back to initiative. As the jellyfishes come upon you, they're gonna attack the one in front. I guess Uricia is all the way back, so we're gonna have Elisia and Xander attacked.
It's fine.
You're gonna have two of them and just gonna slash against you, but it's not going to grab you or anything. But one of them grabs you, Elisia. Xander, the three of them left, they're gonna give you 1 harm each.
How does armor work?
You reduced that.
Oh, okay. I have 3 armor, so I reduce all of it.
But yeah. Yes, Alicia? But it's every time you take damage. Yeah. Well, not damage, harm. What do you want to do? As this creature starts like zooming, like hovering above you. There is many tentacles, so as many people as this creature one is like snatching upon.
I'm just gonna see, because these things haven't actually hurt me, but they're sort of wrapping their tentacles around me and tugging at me, and I'm just looking to where Ellie's being attacked as well. I'm like, I don't really want to be sucked off today, thank you. And I'm just gonna pull myself away and make my way towards the one that's attacking Ellie. And I'm just gonna pull my knife out and push the button twice on it. It extends out into a longsword, and I slash down.
Kick some ass.
Is that still tough for a physical attack?
Yes.
Awesome. That would be good if I did that. How did I roll a 13 on 2d6?
Well,
Oh,
Pushing
because I
up.
got +1 because of tough. Yes.
Yeah.
And you're also you add to the harm with the weapon.
Yes.
So.
Yeah.
So what's the harm on them?
It's a big knife that I flavoured as a longsword. So it's only one. It's only 1 harm.
Only 1 harm. So you kill one, absolutely. Like you do sashimi out of this jellyfish. Just let me see. So on 12.
I know it's not quite a squid, but calamari later maybe.
And you have a +1 for the next roll in this situation.
I'd like to keep myself in a position where I'm defending Ellie, so these things need to go through me to get to her.
Yep. Plorn, Uricia.
Have you got an idea, Liz, or are you just trying to tackle this child still?
How well? I would ask roughly how far away the nearest enemy is to Uricia and the child.
Far, probably 20
Quite away.
feet, which I imagine is like 15 feet away from Xander and another 5 away.
Right. Okay. It's time for me to use my Juju bag. So, I'm gonna reach on in. I never know what I'm gonna pull out until it happens. Oh, look. And there'll be some powder, like makeup powder, brightly coloured, something Uricia never wears. And using magic, she's going to blow the powder towards some of the smaller jellyfish creatures, hoping that it's going to clump up with their wet tentacles and prevent them from moving. Can I roll magic?
Absolutely, please.
Cool. Come
Not a
on,
5.
weird.
Not a 5.
Come on,
Not a 5. Not a 5.
We got this. 8.
Hey.
Not a 5.
No,
Wow.
it's great. So so I got a glitch. Okay, so you do that with this creature. I'm gonna give you, like, you can do that with all of them. So,
Okay.
but then you immediately are identified as the greatest threat by this, whatever sort of thing. Thank you very much. Anyone else?
Really quickly, Ali, whichever creatures are affected by this, they take 1 harm.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if that helps.
Yeah, so then let me redo that. So let's work only on the ones that are next to Xander.
Okay.
So those 2 are gone as they sort of, I imagine like they dissecate, they like dry up,
Yeah. It's kind of like slugs and salt.
Yes, there. And you see that the big one screeches a little bit, not too loud, or maybe in another frequency, but it's very uncomfortable by you killing the offspring. Elisia, you want to do something?
Yeah. Are there any more jellyfish or demons near where Xander and I are, or even just out a bit?
It's not doing anything. It's there, but it's not doing anything.
I think it's mostly just trying to place where enemies are in relation to where I am at the moment.
You are surrounded by two. And then you have one demon hovering above you, one giant jellyfish hovering above you, and the two other demons are being held by the guards.
Okay. I would like to basically full chain and see if I could just literally area of attack, spring it out, and just get as many of them as I can.
Kick some
Because this is connected, I'm going to ask to argue that this is weird rather than a physical effect because it's the chosen curse helping me with that.
I
Yeah.
like that. Well, that would be magic then.
Yeah.
You can use a magic move. I mean, of course.
It's a magical weapon.
Go for it. But then roll weird. Yes.
Yes. I'm gonna kick some.
Gonna kick some weird.
I'm gonna
kick some weird ass. Seeing you pull that out, I'm like, it's duck time, and I duck.
What was that? Nice.
That's a 12, baby.
Nice.
So that's
Nice.
one on each. And there's no more small jellyfish.
Yeah.
At which point the creature also looks like the big one looks very, very uncomfortable. And Xander, it's almost like you notice like it's retreating. But before it does that, it's gonna try to reach Charlie with one of its tentacles.
I will, because there are the demons, I've sort of like got back up. And again, like, folks, the back's flayed. I'm gonna need to have a nice lie down after this. And yell, and I assume a lot of maybe most of the party can understand demonic from wandering around. Basically, I'm going to use my final skill, which is basically, this is my manipulating. I'm going to go to these demons and go, no, I am your master. I summoned you. You may take the soul of that creature, but you do not attack civilians. And again, it's sort of like, it's deep and it's rumbling, and you're seeing like ichor and blood pouring out of my mouth when I'm speaking the unforgivable words, just like, it's like Lord of the Rings, I'm speaking the dark speech.
But I would say that is a use magic.
Oh, but I want to use manipulate someone.
But I'm not sure they understand reason, right?
Yeah.
Like, what's the argument here?
My manipulation is me being just going, I am scarier than you, I am putting my foot down, I know that you don't... I think in their brains, they're like, oh, he's also going to let us attack other things. No, I'm going to unsummon these things as soon as they're done. Just... basically, I am threatening them with something that I probably do not have the power to do, as this thing is corrupting me. So let's
Yeah. I mean,
let's see how it goes.
Yeah.
It's a 9.
Two of them so the one that is hovering up to you and another one, they sort of like don't know what's going on, but some kind of like fine, like fine, but the other one, it rushes upon you, sort of like seeing you as a threat, is going to try to kill you.
Fair, makes sense. We always
So
knew it was
two
going
of
to go this
them
way.
start attacking the giant jellyfish. Let's sort out that afterwards. Uricia, as I said, one tentacle is almost reaching Charlie.
No, it's not. From my Juju bag, one weapon I didn't mention earlier, I'm going to tip out some wooden stakes, which Uricia has used in the past, not for vampiric things, more just for, marking her tent outside, putting things down, putting jewelry on. She's going to use one of those stakes to try and nail this tentacle to the ground.
Love it.
I don't know what
Sounds
sort of role that
protect
is.
someone.
Okay,
So tough.
let's see how that goes. That was a 3.
You hit the tentacle, and the stacks on the tentacle as the tentacle grabs you instead. And this is just on its way back, so it's just sort of like almost like a scoop, and you're like floating as this creature like moving back on top of the lake. Some other people is pick up as well on the way out, and the more glows happen with this creature, the lake sort of glows in a silver lining kind of thing, and almost like a mirror starts like mirroring what's on top of it, but like quite neatly, not just like water, just like identical mirror. And this creature is sort of like like the whales when they breach, so they sort of like preparing to go down.
I'll be fine. Woo! I don't know where we're going. I'll be fine.
I'm gonna load my shrink grenade into the grenade launcher, and I'm gonna fire it at the creature. Now, because it's technically I'd say a magical thing, I'd say this is something that myself and Ellie have come up with, where we infuse parts of her magic into these weird gadgets that I have. So I would argue it would be a weird roll. So I'm going to roll that, if that's all right, to hit this creature using weird, which is a 0 for me.
So what are we rolling?
I rolled an 11,
Nice.
but what I'd like to do, just to amplify it a bit more, my luck thing, so I can mark luck to change any roll to a 12, or I can use it to avoid any form of harm. When I do that, I get my luck special then goes off, which my luck special is on my next mission. There's loads of red tape for me. So I'm gonna mark that off. But there was a slight miscalculation when Ellie and I worked on this particular grenade, when we thought it was going to be a shrink thing. No, when it hits and goes into this jellyfish and goes off, it's a black hole instead, or like a portal that opens up inside the jellyfish. And
Okay.
Just to add on to that, I've got my chain. What I'm going to try and do is, as Xander is doing that against the creature, try and at least kind of get a hold of Uricia and kind of maybe not the Uricia, but like the bit of the tentacle that's on her, just so I don't injure her, and just to bring her back.
Yes.
Russ,
I will
just go off with it.
I'll give help to.
yeah, we'll
Ellie,
coordinate
but-
our attack. So as soon as Ellie has broken that tentacle and got Yuri back, I fire the grenade at the big jellyfish.
Let's roll that help out.
Cool. He's not a cool kid. Oh, it's a 6.
And that's a failure, so please mark that experience.
Lovely.
Elisa, you are on your own.
I'll
That's
be
fine.
fine.
That's fine. Ooh. Am I kicking ass or protecting someone?
I think it's protecting.
Pick someone. Yeah.
Cool. Am I still doing it weirdly with my weird magic? I will still argue yes.
Hey, tell me
This is
whatever.
what kind of keeper I am.
Ha!
All right, you lot with your great rolls.
Note to self: weird everything. I cannot roll well on my. I can do cool and I can do weird, and I am useless at anything else.
That's a 12 for podcast listeners.
Yes,
That's
not a
yeah.
3.
I break
yeah.
it and I wrap around the tentacle that's around Risha, and then pull her down to the ground.
And as soon as that happens, I fire the grenade at the thing and cause the boom to happen inside.
As the describe me first how you cut the tentacle.
I think so. It's the spikes on the edge of this extendable flail, just kind of like with the sheer force of will and through how this cursor kind of goes through me. We've protected the bearer of who will be next, but more importantly, I do not want my friend to die. I don't want any of my friends to die. I'm not while I can help it, no. So I'm just gonna. I think it aims. It's gonna fall short, but I just want it to hit. And so it's that magic just kind of fits and just bludgeons and slices through, and then wraps around the tentacles extra that's still left around Risha, and just gently, kind of on a soft, cushiony landing back on the shore, just lands her down again. But that's just a sheer force of will at this point.
As this piece of tentacles slowly falls, it's almost like being surrounded like by a sugar cotton kind of thing, like that sort of like texture is very fluffy, and then you slowly fall into the ground, and then this tentacle stitches a little bit, but then is motionless. Grenade. It's sort of it's not that it misses, but it's that hits one of the sides. So you are able to hit one of the sides of the creature, partially damaging enough some of the tentacles so they also fall, and 2 or 3 other individuals are also like threat from the tentacles. But then this creature is almost upside down, almost ready to shrink into the lake. And it's in that moment where Elisia, you hear that you must save the other people. You must. That is your mission. Uricia, the tentacle sort of lets you sort of like stop moving and frees you from any pressure or anything. Plorn, this demon is slashing you. It's like, who damn are you?
Fair.
The other demons were also following like this creature, sort of like slashing it while it's like is going down to like sinking into the lake. Take 1 harm, please. Xander, you know that most of the people, so you assess the situation really quickly. People is being held. Charlie's been taken into the arms of someone. All of them are still trying to reach into, like, you can see how forcefully they want to move towards the lake. But some sort of like the guard has the situation under control. You see Elisia's face, some sort of like in a struggle of what to do next. What are you gonna do, guys?
We need to save the people, don't we? Well, we don't know that we need to save the people, but we need to save the people.
I think that's our general logic.
Yeah, it's
We
our
don't want
general
to see-
logic, yeah.
we don't want to see people die. That's not. Yeah, our mission is to stop whatever's happening, and so
I have one more grenade that I could probably fire at this thing, going off of how many are in a bandolier.
makes sense.
It's just a standard, you know, blowy up one.
There are people still attached, but you know.
Well, if I can try and get a good enough shot, then hopefully I'll explode it away from those people.
And if they're dropped, I can certainly find a way of helping them fall softly.
Yes.
Hopefully. If I can roll well. Which may not happen.
I don't know what you mean by roll well.
Neither
but
do I. We'll see what the fates decide.
I'm guessing that's one of those weird things where you have to roll the fate of the dice or something.
Whatever you're gonna do next is gonna be under pressure as this creature 10%, let's say, of its body is already sinking into this mirrory sort of surface.
You need a clear shot, right?
I need a clear shot, yeah.
Cool. I'll make you one. Hug Petey really close. Stay safe when I go running. I'm just going off towards the monster.
As I look back to the demon that's fighting me, it's like, oh, that's nice.
Oh yeah, yes. You have your own thing happening, my friend.
Yeah, I think again, so like, while this has happened, I don't think I've been part of this conversation. At the moment, Tom has been playing the Shadow of Mordor game, where a large part of that is like converting orcs. So I'm doing the same thing, like my hands on its face, and I was like, "You will yield to me," you know, just as the voice is just
And then you get a big hug come from Ellie, and you're like, "Hey, Ellie," and then she runs off.
Please acknowledge me as I'm about to pull a Plorn.
Yeah, that's sort of the weird thing. Like I do that,
Like
and
how
like,
that's a thing.
like my dark magic changes momentarily to Ellie's. You know, just that the care and the love, and then it goes back again, and I'm just like, Plorn wants to do a Plorn. Plorn doesn't want. You've got.
Come on, guys. Come on.
Yeah, I think we're both. I think that's the thing. It's almost like I disengaged with this thing, and now I'm running alongside you. And I'm like, no, you've got something to live for. Just
Nope. Literally, this curse is killing me, and this is it.
Will anyone stop doing a Plorn?
Why are you plawning?
The creature is halfway into the mirror.
I would like to go and use like my weapon as long as it is. I'm gonna go and use it to go and literally. I'm gonna throw myself at this creature and use my long chains to literally ring it so its face.
Roll that under pressure.
Again, I don't want to take away from Tallia. Can we contest this as I also try and sacrifice myself?
You're not allowed.
You can both
No.
sacrifice yourself.
Yeah, I will also act under pressure and see. Sorry, Tallia.
Nope, you're not allowed. You can help me.
Nope.
I'm taking the +1.
Oh, God. I got a 5, which I think this is my tragedy, that I don't do whatever I'm going to do in time.
Unfortunately, this is Elisia's sort of moment.
Yeah.
And acting under pressure, there's far too many tentacles. There's far too many people here. There's been a couple of. It's been a long time since this has been happening. It's not countless people, but there is a lot of them. You can cut probably 2-3 tentacles with one swing. But as you find yourself sort of like, yeah, I did it. You realize, oh my God, I'm gonna sink into the lake. Plorn, sorry. You try to stop Elisia, but you are held by the demon behind you. One more harm.
Fair.
Uricia, Xander.
Xander, just shoot it. Shoot it now. It's
Shoot
distracted.
Wait for that opening, and then I fire.
Act under pressure.
Rolling under pressure. Under pressure. Dun, 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 dun.
Uricia, you want to do anything else?
I'm readying a featherfall, basically, in case the people who are held aloft by the tentacles fall to the ground.
Now, I rolled a 9 for a mixed success. Now, on a 9, it says that the keeper is going to give you a worse outcome. I'm going to spend another luck to make that another 12. So that's a 10 plus, so I get to do what I want to do.
Someone.
It just means that next time I play, I'm going to have a lot of red tape.
Then again, you hit the creature, but it's not enough. This creature is large enough to. You need a lot of area of damage to if you wanted like one hit KO, but you definitely free about 5-6 people with the whole area of effect. Uricia, this is your moment to shine.
Let's roll higher than a 5. I'm gonna retrieve my juju bag from where I dropped it on the floor, and get lots of like sponges that you use to apply makeup with. I put makeup on all the time. And I'm gonna get those out. They're gonna increase in size, and I'm going to fling them to where I can see people falling down, so that they have a cushion to fall onto.
Roll me that under pressure.
Sure. That was an 8.
You do that, and
May I use a look that I've just heard of? Could I just use a look
Yes,
to make it into a 12?
absolutely. You held all of them, including probably Prawn, who is being snatched here and there for
do
a
applause.
demon.
Your luck special, Liz, might be different to mine. Mine's I get lots of red tape. I think they might be different per playbook.
To change a roll to a 12 or to avoid all harm from injury, when you mark luck, you trigger your playbook's luck special.
Which is just underneath it.
When you spend luck, you discover something happening now is related to something you were involved in years ago. Well, we knew that already. This is all my fault.
You created this thing.
And I'm fixing it.
You stand up, and even more power comes to you, sort of controlling the battlefield with magic, with the people falling to the ground slowly, the demon attacking Plorn sort of going away, the people on the guards sort of like not calming down, but at least like slowing down. But you start walking towards the lake in the similar fashion as the others. Elisia, honey, my love, you feel the call. You felt the call. This was your moment. You tried hard. That's what matters. As you sink into the water, this mirror kind of mirage, we see you no more. You disappear. There is no shadow. There is no, actually, when this creature sinks, there is no more glowing coming to it. There is no more creature. There is no more Elisia. Some of the tentacles are still like a little bit of there, here and there, holding these people. Xander, Plorn, you see this, and Uricia walking towards the lake.
I'm running. I'm diving in after her. I know it's too late, but I'm not letting her go. But
You feel yourself free from the demon that was, like, for some reason, going away. You reach the lake.
again, just Ellie, we need to go. We need to get her back. We need to. Come on. Okay, not Xander, because you're wearing the armor. Uricia, come on. We need to go get her. You can swim, right?
You feel a push on your shoulder from Uricia. Uricia, you're like in auto driving mode. You're still inside, but you're not controlling your body. You walk into the lake.
Grab.
Yeah, no, I think you've got higher tough, right, Xander? I'll roll help again as I'm also trying to just help out. Oh god. 12.
Oh, okay. What do I get for that then? +1?
One. Yes.
I got an 8 for a mixed success.
With +1.
With that, I included
Yeah.
+1 on that already.
You get a hold on Uricia, but similar to Charlie, there is other forces pushing through. You're being dragged inside the lake.
I know
Uricia and Xander are almost like knee level water.
We can't lose both of them.
I am just gonna keep this like tug of war with them at the minute, trying to pull them back. Yeah, I'm just gonna try and hold on to Yuri because my thought process is if we've got at least one person who can cast some form of magic, we could potentially dive in to save Ellie with the ability to breathe underwater. So I'm just holding on to Yuri. Plus, I don't want Yuri to go anyway. So I'm like, no.
As you try to hold her, you need some sort of like solid soil or solid ground to push back. You feel also how your feet start like sinking, like almost like the lake is now absorbing you. Uricia, you don't need to push much. Well, your body is not pushing much effort into being dragged. Plorn, you see how your friends disappear into this.
Starting to disappear, and I just turn around and go, Plorn, you've still got that rope wrapped around you. Pass it here.
hand you the
Yuri on one side, Plorn on the other. Pull! I'm Captain America in this.
Yep. Just yank.
Almost like it's not like he's pushing Xander this way, but Xander just sinks.
I don't
Feel-
like this.
3 of them are gone, Thorn. What are you gonna do?
Don't get naked again, Tom. Please.
Come
don't
on.
do it.
Do a Plorn.
Not gonna help.
Join the swim club.
Well, I say, I start saying, they say, there's nobody here. As I dive into the lake. I'm going to use magic, and I'm going to roll it, and then I'll tell you if it works. I'll tell you what I try and do. Let's have a look. What did I get? Did that?
You got a 10.
Success. I think you see as Plorn hits the water, and then like a demonic-looking shark just starts powering its way down. I have to point out, as Plorn keeps using more and more of his magic, he becomes more and more demonic. So the horns are growing, the tail's growing longer. It's a bit like anyone who's played Baldur's Gate 3, that there's that look that Will has. Like the eyes are also going like demonic. I'm still a smart shark. I'm gonna swim. I'm gonna see, and if I have to gently pull my friends out by my horrible teeth, so be it.
And the last thing that you see is this. You see Charlie coming back to himself. And you sink into cold water. Elisia, you are one step closer. Now you just have to close the door. Next thing you know is almost like if you were drowning and you are dragged into the shore Your lungs start coughing. You puke a little bit of water. You are underneath something that looks like a bridge. Rather rocky shore. You come back to yourself. There is not much light around. The light from the moon is above you. You stand up. Very quiet night. Couple of things you see here. All the 3 bodies being brought ashore for the tide. They seem alive. You see a glowing thing on the river, sort of like swimming upstream. This figure that you see, you lose track of it quite quickly. Bells from a clock start ringing. You are somewhere else. You turn your head up. You see a tower and a clock. The wind brings a piece of newspaper or a piece of parchment towards you, hits you in the face. Something that you really cannot read. But then at some point it starts making sense. Jack attacks again. And that's where we gonna leave it.
Oh, no.
Amazing.
Thank you very much. I hope you enjoy. And I hope we see these people again, wherever they are. Thank you everybody for joining us and being part of this, whatever it was, this game, this one shot for Monster of the Week. Hopefully there's gonna be more of this happening often in our channel. If you enjoyed tonight, we play D&D every Monday at 6 p.m. UK time. All of our shows are streamed at twitch.tv/rolltogetherrpg, and you can find all of our content archived at youtube.com/rolltogetherrpg. There are also podcast version of all of our shows available everywhere. Search for Google, sorry,
Search
Roll
for Google.
Together RPG. Massive thank you to our D20 Club on Patreon. There'll be a link in the chat. Thank you, couples. Do join them. Every penny helps us to make all the content that we love doing. Big thanks again to all of sponsors and supporters. And don't forget, we are all over on social media as Roll Together RPG. Thanks for watching. We love you so much.